Hi guys, and welcome back to the vlog. I'm back home in New York City. If you couldn't tell, with my new cat wall. As much as I love traveling and going out and seeing the world, it's always so nice coming home, and I'm so happy that I made my apartment someplace that I actually want to come back to. Previously, there was times when I would travel and I wasn't looking forward to coming home, but now I feel very at home here and very comfortable. If you missed it, I just spent a week in Sweden. I spent 3 days in Tällberg, which is like the countryside, and then I spent 3 days in Stockholm. I did post vlogs from both of those parts of the trip, so if you missed it, definitely go back and check it out. I thought that it would be fun to give you a little haul of all the things that I bought because I went a little crazy this time. I didn't realize it until I was unpacking my suitcase after I got home, but I bought quite a few things and I did a very good job of bringing it home. I just have my big suitcase and then like a smaller carry-on bag, and I fit everything in there. So I'm very proud of myself. As I go through the video, you're probably gonna be wondering like how I did it, but what can I say? I am an expert with many years of experience in traveling to foreign countries and bringing things home. But I figured it would be easiest to just go through in chronological order when I bought things, and I'd start with like the earliest thing I bought during the trip and then the last thing I bought at the end of the trip at the end of this video. But I'm really happy because I feel like I got a nice collection of stuff from things that were made by local artists, some cool ceramics, some vintage thrifted home decor, and then some things that were made by local brands or some larger brands too. So I got a good variety of stuff. So the first part of my trip, I was in Tällberg, which is a really small town in Dalarna County, which if you've seen the movie Midsummer, that's the area that the movie is based off of, even though it was actually filmed in Hungary. Fun fact, but the whole vibe of it is like beautiful countryside, amazing Swedish folk art. It feels like you're in a fairy tale, like in a gingerbread house. Like everything is so idyllic and beautiful and perfect. And I did a full day of shopping, which I documented a lot of that in my vlog. And looking back, I wish I did more shopping there because they just had a really unique selection of pieces that were made in that region, and they just had a lot of character and they felt really nostalgic. I visited this really cool ceramic shop. The owner had been there for 47 years and his parents had originally opened the shop in the 60s, so they'd been there for a really long time. I thought that it was just like a normal ceramic shop, but it ended up being a hardcore death metal ceramic shop, and he had a really unique selection of stuff, especially considering where it was in like the middle of the countryside with all this Swedish traditional folk art there. So all of these pieces were handmade by him in his workshop, which was actually part of the store. You could see into it. And I think his house was actually part of the workshop too. It was a whole like, it was his home essentially. It was really cool. So I ended up picking up 3 of these dessert plates. If he had more, I would have gotten more. This was all he had. He had a lot of stuff with this paint splatter design, but I really liked these plates because they had this spiral going all through the middle, and I just thought these would be really cool on a table setting, or like when I have little parties in my house, I like to put cookies or like little candies on these kind of dishes. I also got this bowl with the same kind of paint splatter design. It's like a very light blue, like a robin's egg blue color, and then a more royal blue paint splatter. Really pretty. I also got this planter, which I thought was a really unique shape. It also came with a little dish underneath, but I really liked how they had these spikes going all the way around the side. I just thought that was really unique, and it has the paint splatter inside too. I feel like you could also turn this into a vase too if you plugged up the hole in the bottom. Super easy. And then I ended up getting a couple things as gifts too, you'll see as I go through. But I got this cup that says death metal, and it has this little like clown skull goblin on it. And it says, "Oh Lord, yeah," on the side. And there's some like flowers and then skulls here. This was like his little like signature design. But I just thought this was really cool and really unique. And that's it for the ceramic shop. The prices were really good here too. I ended up paying $115 for all the ceramics that I got, which I thought was very fair. Then I ended up stopping in this vintage home decor store. I got these wall sconces, which are really pretty, like carved wood. They say 1937 on the back, and they're stamped, carved, Floda Sloyd, and then some Swedish word right there. So I just thought these were really cool. Honestly, I thought that they would be cool to put in this room maybe somewhere, or I would save them for a future house, but these were, I think, $15 for the pair, so I felt like that was very fair. And he gave me the candle too, which I thought was really nice. I wasn't expecting that. I also ended up picking up a pair of these little candelabras for tiny candles, which I thought would be really pretty on a Christmas mantle or a Christmas tablescape, because I'm always thinking about Christmas. But they had a lot of these candle holders there. It's very popular. I'm assuming these are vintage too. They have like a little baby stamped on the inside, if you could see. It's like a little angel, but no other names or brands or anything on it. And I just thought these were really nice. These were, I want to say these were $10 for the pair. So also a good price. Then I stopped in this store called Millamollis, which was kind of the biggest home decor store in Tällberg, which is not really saying much because it was still a pretty small store. And they had a lot of holiday stuff that was on sale from last season in their back room. And obviously, I'm always thinking about Christmas, so I couldn't resist 75% off a lot of these pieces. I ended up getting this hanging star with a little candle holder right here, and I thought this would be really cool for the holidays to put in my windows. I got 4 of them for $20 total, and I also thought it'd be cool to like wrap a garland around the star. I got these little candle snuffers. They kind of look like hats. They have the little star on the top and a little squiggle. These were like a couple bucks each, and I got 4 of them. I also got these little gingerbread stamps from Finland, which someone left a comment on my previous video and said that I could use them to make holiday cards, and I thought that was a really good idea. These were $5 each. And then I got these little Santas, which I know some people are gonna think are really weird, but I got 2 of them. One of them I'm gonna use as a gift, and the other one I'm gonna keep for myself. I just thought it was so cute. You could use it as an ornament or like hang it on a doorknob or something. And I don't know, this is the brand on the back. I have like a hair in my eye. Okay. This is the brand on the back, if you guys can see. I can't read it. Look at his little nose. Isn't that so funny? I thought it was hilarious. Also, I try to pick up an ornament, magnet, and postcard every time I go on a trip. So I ended up getting this very cute little horse ornament in the store too. And this was like $4. I just love him. So cute and like embroidered with the little leaf detail. I also like to get a postcard of everywhere that I travel, and they had these by the register. It's just a really pretty picture of a little town in Dalarna with a Swedish flag and then the mountains and the trees in the background, and I just thought this was very cute and a very good representation of what it was actually like there. So I'm gonna put this on my fridge. And then when I was walking around, I discovered the hotel that I was staying at was selling a bunch of stuff that they weren't using in the hotel anymore. So they had vintage lampshades and bedding, tablecloths and stuff, like forks and knives. I ended up picking up these little lampshades that I think I'm gonna try to use on the chandelier in my bedroom. Stay tuned for when I try to set those up, but I just thought these were really cute. I've been looking for ones like this, and they're kind of hard to find. I got these for $3 each, and then I got this larger one, which I need to find the structure to put underneath. If anyone knows how I measure this to find the correct size, let me know, but it also would look good in here, I think, TBH. This was $5. I got 5 of these and this for $20. And that's everything that I bought in Tällberg, which honestly, I feel like I did really good considering it was such a small town, and I really didn't think that I was gonna buy anything there because there were only a couple of shops, but I can always find something to buy. One thing about me is that I can always find something to buy. Next, I was in Stockholm for a few days. They had some of the best thrift stores that I've ever been to. So many secondhand shops, a lot of really nice artwork in the shops, which I thought was really interesting. I feel like when you go to thrift stores in the United States, a lot of the artwork there is things that were mass produced, that were found at like Target or Home Goods or whatever. But when you were in the thrift stores in Stockholm, they had a lot of pieces that were handmade, hand painted, like really beautiful one-of-a-kind art for like $10, $15. Obviously, it's harder to bring that stuff home because a lot of it's bigger or it has glass, more difficult to travel with. So I ended up picking up this really beautiful hand-carved, hand-painted piece of art. It's of 2 sailors on a ship. And I just thought that this was so cool. Like, look at the detail of the sky. It's stunning. Like, this is a one-of-a-kind piece. It's signed by S. Snellen. Someone told me when I posted about this that the GG is Gothenburg, like the city of Gothenburg in Sweden. So it's probably made by someone who lives there, but look, there's even like a little house here. Look how beautiful this is. Amazing, like the bird. Are you kidding me? And then it's signed on the back. S. Snellen. I thought maybe I would give this as a Christmas gift, or maybe I would keep it for myself. Again, it could look really cool in here. It's not my typical home decor style, but whenever I see something that I've never seen before that's one of a kind and really calls to me, I just feel like I have to buy it. Like, even if it's not something that goes with my aesthetic in my house or like really fits in anywhere, I just know that some way, somehow I will make it work and I don't regret buying it. This was a little more pricey. It was like $19, but well worth it in my opinion. Okay, also while I was thrifting, I picked up these other candle holders. I thought these were so cute. This is totally my style. And I imagined them with like a really funky candle, like maybe a striped candle or a colorful one. Even on the holidays too with the red, I feel like it could be really cool. If you couldn't tell, candle holders were a main theme of this shopping haul, just because I feel like it's a like core pillar in Swedish home decor. Like everyone seems to have candles lit in their apartment at night or in their house. It just creates like a really cozy vibe. So found those. I also ended up picking up something that I've been looking for a while, this amazing vintage candelabra. I found it at a furniture store called Deco. I've been looking for one of these for so long. I've had it pinned on my Pinterest board for the longest time. Stunning, gorgeous, perfect. This was a little more pricey. It was $48, but I mean, how stunning. This could be so cool on a tablescape. He actually had it styled with striped pink and purple candles and it looked sick. So I think I might do something like that. But I just love this. I've really wanted one of these for a long time. So when I found it, it felt very serendipitous and meant to be. And I'm going to have a very impressive candle holder collection after this. I visited one of my bucket list stores called Bientôt, and it's this beautiful, colorful home decor store. I've had them pinned on my Pinterest board for ages, and originally I thought that it was someone's apartment because the way that they have the store set up, it looks like someone's apartment. Like they have a fake kitchen, they have a fake living room, dining room. It's impeccably done. Beautiful, colorful home decor. They have plates, forks and knives, pillows, tableware, picture frame. I ended up picking up these pillowcases. There's this beautiful blue and white stripe. And it has this fuchsia vintage red piping on the trim. The brand is Pick a Poppy, which was also a store in Stockholm that I didn't make it to. But I thought these would be really cool for my couch or for my bed. And I got a pair of those. Stunning, gorgeous, perfect. Also, like, everything looks good in this room for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't do that on purpose, but got these pillowcases. I took a little walk through Gamlestad, which is like the main tourist area there. And usually when I go on trips, I like to live, laugh, love. Like I like to just go to coffee shops and shop and go into the areas that aren't super touristy. I like to feel like I live in the city. I mean, as much as I can. I know still at the end of the day I'm a tourist, so I'm gonna do tourist things, but Gamlestad was like the Times Square of Stockholm. There's some really beautiful houses in like a town square and everything, and there's the water there. It is very beautiful and very nice, but they also had a bunch of the normal tourist stuff like the gift shops and the overpriced souvenir stores and stuff. And one thing about me is that sometimes I do like to buy a little overpriced souvenir. So I did buy this Santa. He caught my eye and I just loved him. Thought he was really cute. He is hand painted. And then it says on the bottom, Stockholm 2025. J.K. Jenna Kruder, I guess is the name of the artist who made it. And this was $35, which was definitely, honestly, one of the pricier things that I bought the whole trip, but I just thought he was a good memory and he was really cute, and I love Santa, so had to have it. I also picked up a little magnet for my fridge. This one that says Sweden, and it has like a little troll and a Viking ship, a Viking, and a little horse and a moose. That's my magnet from Sweden. And now for my most expensive purchase during the trip, I went to Svenskt Tenn, which is a beautiful maximalist home decor store. One of the nicest, bougiest stores that I've ever been in. If I had an unlimited budget and a home that I could just decorate from scratch, I would buy most of my furniture and home decor from this store. It was just absolutely stunning. My dream come true shop. I bought this little lampshade, which has this beautiful print that was designed by Joseph Frank. Gorgeous, stunning. I feel like this is a very Swedish piece to buy. This was $140, which is definitely expensive for a lampshade, but I just thought it was so special. It's gonna look so beautiful in my apartment, and it's just such a good memory. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford the $10,000+ couch in this print, so this will have to do for now. Maybe one day I'll win the lottery and I'll be able to get the couch, but this will be my investment until then. I only bought one piece of clothing during my whole trip, which I feel like might be a surprise to people considering how many secondhand clothing stores there are in Stockholm, but I feel like it takes a lot of patience to shop for secondhand clothes, and I don't have patience in that department. I would rather shop for secondhand home decor and like tchotchkes and stuff. But let me try this on really fast and I'll show you guys. So here's what the dress looks like on. I think it's so cool. I love the shape. I love a flowy, oversized dress. It also has pockets. But I just threw it on with my red cowboy boots because I love the idea of doing like a funky shoe with it and then like a funky bag and maybe a big, bold necklace. I know this style of dress isn't for everyone, but I just really like it. So yeah. Also, I have this vest that I got a few years ago. It's like a denim polka dot vest. It's really cool actually. And I don't really have anything to wear it with currently, but I thought when I bought this dress that maybe the vest would be a good addition to it. And I'm curious to see how it looks. I feel like it's giving school art teacher, like Miss Frizzle vibes, and I'm totally here for it. Okay, I also wanted to set up my new lampshade really quickly because if you watched my Stockholm vlog, you'll remember I had a very specific vision for how I wanted to set it up. And part of my justification for the purchase was that I had this $5 thrifted lamp that I got at Savers a few months ago. And I just thought the $5 thrifted lamp balanced out the $150 lampshade. And that's how I made it make sense in my head. Girl math, you know what I mean? But I've just had this simple white lampshade on it for the last month or so, and it's been fine. I just got this at Target a couple years ago. But I thought that this would look really cool here, and it kind of like matched the vibe. So let's see if expectations meet reality. I want to set it up so that the right flowers are in the front, like that. Ah, it's so cute, guys. This is exactly how I imagined it looking. Oh, it's so sweet. I feel like it was very serendipitous. Like I found this lamp for $5, and I remember when I bought the lamp, I posted a TikTok and I said that I would like find a cool lampshade for it, and then I did. It was meant to be, and I'm curious to see what it looks like lit up. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, you can't really see. It's so cute. I love it. Wow, this is perfect. But that's kind of everything that I bought during my trip. It's a lot of pieces, but I feel like I got a really unique haul and everything kind of has a story behind it. And I remember where I bought everything and the conversations that I had with the shopkeepers and stuff. So I feel really good about it and I'm very happy and I can't wait to set it up in my home. But thank you so much to everyone who's followed along on my trip to Sweden. I had such a great trip. I'm really thinking about going back again next summer for an extended amount of time. The countryside is just really calling my name lately. Like I really just want to be in nature. And I felt very at home there. Who knows, maybe a month in Sweden for summer 2026. If you like this video, definitely like and subscribe. But I'll see you guys next week as I start to decorate for Halloween and get ready for the holiday season. It's upon us. The fall winter is coming faster than I ever imagined and we are here. I will see you next time. Goodbye. See you later.